bad with that shin. He says, I'm taking him out of there. He said, I hope Max is obsessing over the leg kicks. It is very emotional. So, fight calm because she's been away from the octagon for a while.
Championship rounds.
The outside arm. Ken Parker, Mark Collette, and David Lefty. Action begins.
Is an easier challenge on paper or in the octagon than his teammate Gilbert Burns would have been. But all
reverse the position. Well, not reverse it, reverse her head and escape. Trying to get one hook in there. He's the greatest featherweight that ever existed, but it's not going to be easy because Volkanovski, I mean, this man has just put on some of the most electrifying performances we've ever seen, and he can
with that takedown.
And it sucks, you know, you put all that effort into a takedown, you think you've got it,
Oh, beautiful jab from the Brazilian now.
It's locked in almost. She's just going to straighten the hips and extend the arm.
Start of round two, a strong conclusion to round one for the favorite Petr Yan.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, the first time he fought Max, everyone thought he was going to get washed. He's a warrior. He was a champ for a reason, but I know Alex. I train with Alex.
Early on.
He's going to contain him in though, because he slips that head out or breaks the grip. Some leg kicks as well. Wait for the uppercut in a moment though. This one put Volkanovski.
UFC 4. Shape your legend in EA Sports UFC 4, launching on August 14th. Pre-order now. By these fight atmospheres that can bring us.
Well, it's just confidence. You know, the man knows the work that he's put.
All the credit has gone to Masvidal, and perhaps some should be reserved for the undisputed UFC welterweight.
T3, the official protein snack of the UFC. And tonight, 3 judges scoring this contest with octagon side arm. Mark Collette, David Lefty, and Clemens
Blood, the bleeding, little clash of heads there. Accidental, these things happen. The leg comes over the head, goes belly down again. That was that. The arm can only go very calm as well. You know, listen, this man's a long-time champion.
Oh,
He's been in there with the best in the world. This is certainly an improved approach by Andrade. And a lot of it is...
I want to take everybody's head that's attached to a belt.
Versus Masvidal. Brought to you by EA Sports UFC 4.
But in the fourth round, he landed these big shots. He put him down, elbow crumbled, and he was
On my side, I saw like some Obak, you know what I mean? Thailand.
And then he spins and hits with the heel to the body. Holloway putting it all together tonight. All right, so this will be the second time in Jan's career that he has realized a fourth
Championship of the world. Our 3 judges at octagon side arm.
This is the healthiest you have been coming into a UFC fight. You really turned it on late, did you?
He's going to know he's down one round. He's done drops. You know, his ego probably took a little hit. He's got to be careful. He gets it back up. This one, bit of a scramble. Volkanovski on top.
The former strawweight queen. She also talked to us a lot about Chico Camus, UFC veteran, a super athletic.
The body of a Greek god, but I've formulated everything through hard work.
Knee on the tempo.
Getting attacked from Holloway nearly lands as we come to
Classic old school boxing techniques. Right down the pipe. Rose Namajunas is the winner.
No, but as he did in the first fight, Volkanovski continues to attack the inside of that lead leg.
Excellent opening round, and that's what Trevor Whitman just called for more of. He's a...
Ladies and gentlemen, this championship bout.
All right, state of mind. That's everything.
So it seemed like you found that flow state at
Just a few hours, another one of your teammates will be competing. Alexander Volkanovski has that.
pushes really well. And just fights. I mean, she's beautiful to watch. She really is.
Man of the evening. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at octagon.
the coach during this pause in the action. Take another look at on this roster, and still believes he's got a lot of fight left in the dog. This is the Darren Elkins fight all the way back in July of 2018. Didn't needed against Chad Mendes. Jan just does such a nice job keeping that. All right, we have arrived at the
Really taking an advantage in this round. Both having solid shots, doing great work.
And they were quite surprised to see the way he handled Max. And Max is a formidable
Paige Van Zandt in an effort to extend her winning streak to 5.
Not an easy thing to do, but he's up. Man,
Remarkable.
holding him, shutting him down. Masvidal managed to escape though and get separation.
For those
Making 2-0 in a series with Max Holloway. The beautiful Red Daily Cruz is with us. Thank you, Red.
And Hugh starts the round. 1-2 down the line, and he's
Alex
down.
He's hurt. He's on Wednesday night for more live UFC action.
Gets the attention. Nice takedown defense, finished with a knee and a little shot.
will do a great fight for knee favor and for defense.
Yes! Double the elbow. Look at that. He knows what he's capable of. He believes in his skills. He knows he won the first fight.
Paige Van Zandt was one of the most highly anticipated of the first quarter of 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rich Mitchell called a stop to this contest. And in attendance and UFC fans watching around.
He's turned it on a little bit. Now he's down to get serious. But Masvidal, he's backwards. Landed a nice body kick to start. He is still the champion of the world. John Anik.
All right, coming up on UFC Fight Pass, my thank you.
Did a good job of defending, but this was a big one. Right into size
Tonight. And while she's had her up and downs over the years, wins over Felice Herrig from the UFC president Dana White as Andrade and Namajunas, unlike the first meeting.
a little caught on Masvidal.
And even that,
Use the fence to push off, to kick off, try and create a little separation, and then
called Jessica Andrade a young Vanderlei Silva in the past. I do think it's an appropriate comparison.
things started to get a lot closer. Volkanovski was closing the distance, getting inside and both the distance, and the left hook lands for Volkanovski. Certainly got the attention, everything they had. Inside trip puts Max down. Max's ability out of it. John,
And adjusted Gaethje style back.
look at that. Usman retreats. Masvidal
Doubted my whole life. You know, I'm not the most physically talented guy.
low kicks. Did a real good job of attacking the legs. Went to the mid-set.
Incredible.
I mean, that was just an amazing performance.
And he leaves a legend in
And
his.
just a beautiful finish. Heavy ground and pound, big elbows.
Wednesday, August 12th, PG-13.
And he's going to run into a knee. That's in Holloway's mind. I mean, that's beautiful. From the separation, landing some good shots. Of course, a clash of heads. Really did give him no mercy. He took the turtle position and then just beat the living daylights.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. All right, so a nice uppercut from
Yeah.
Andrade. Namajunas getting a little leaky with.
Ah, that's a heavy shot.
Jan just missed on to start a second run to UFC Golden Glory.
He gets taken down. He's got slick submissions. He's super aggressive. And let me tell you a fight.
Jan was in training camp for a fight in Kazakhstan again.
Introducing first, fighting!
Looked right over at me and put his finger to his lips and shushed me. I don't know what that was. Wheelhouse.
Catches the leg. Sweeps the other. Right. And I'm not insulting tomorrow, by the way. Tremendous fighter. Champion of the world.
Like, I know that I can do better than that. This is it.
Creating gun. Nice work there from Masvidal. Johnny is putting that hard in for a long, fast combination. Wobble Max and the double underhooks here. Inside trip. Round 5. Kind of a shutout once again. Masvidal got some setting in with long, straight jabs. Good right hand there as well.
For me personally, it feels like, I don't know.
In my life, like, not getting the thing that I'm like trying to get, so just
Actually thinks that he won, so he said, listen, this time, I'm not leaving it to the dude.
Now she gets to revisit the fight she's been asking for when she squares off with...
First fight was kind of static, he stayed on the center line. We saw in the countdown. He was constantly just all over the place. Like a good knee there.
The scheduled March matchup between flyweight stars Amanda Ribas and...
Knew he was behind, knew he had to do something different. He started fighting in a real sense. Aldo trading body shots. Jan just counters Aldo attacks. He counters perfectly every time. This was toward another knee up the midsection as Alex was trying to...
Holloway still moving pretty well tonight against Jose Aldo. Piotr.
Piotr, they get hold of him, put him on the floor. That striking does
And now, this fight is fun.
Her my next opponent, Boachina. That'll be the next one.
Well, you just mentioned.
Mad respect. Mucho respect, though.
So we saw the trailer come out.
In a row, he has been essentially perfect since coming off the Ultimate Fighter back in
2 minutes, 21 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner.
indeed there. Well, she knew she had to get her hands on it, and that's what she did. She pushed forward. She got...
Margado is a little bit frustrated with both corners who are not allowed.
I've got an island, which is Yaz Island in up.
My legacy matters to me. Only impeders once the gun is 12 and PG-13.
From UFC Fight Island.
When he got up top, it was vicious.
All right, Megan, thank you. Here's Thug Rose Namajunas' 10th UFC appearance tonight. Unofficial, but Jan starting to land at a better clip, 54.
He probably feels better coming into this one. So,
yeah. Usman with a protest.
down there. Jan checks that leg good. Straight right down the pipe, finds his target. All right, let's take a look at some of this work. More leg kicks coming down to Nation of Volkanovski. He's really turned up the pressure in the second half of this fight. Got a hold of her here, but the head was on the inside. She picked her up, slammed her.
There's a knockdown for Kamaru Usman. Form on Yaz Island here in Abu Dhabi. It is time for the main event for UFC 251. Stops you in the favorite round 3.
I had to make a decision fast.
He's also under the clash of heads. Round 3, Usman now pushes. He made the adjustment, started ripping the body, going to work there. Once again, using excellent footwork, dropped her with a knee.
The great champion. Everyone loves Max. He's a cool dude. I like him. But
yeah, absolutely. And this man just gets better and better with every single out. Tournament and coaches out there. That's how you want it to be. You know, put down if anything to send an urgent message that you need to get a nice little glory there. So now ball to
All right.
Wow. Let's take a look at the recap of the whole fight. Here's the first round.
Seems like at times Masvidal has been willing to tell the she is on. She is a serious force.
Saying I lost, saying it was close. That just screwed the
Interesting. Well, this is a rematch we are certainly looking forward to.
And the pace never slowed. The 15 minutes heavy leg kicks. There's the first one that took him clean.
They need to settle this once and for all.
Looking a little labored, understandably so. His first 30 seconds. But as we see here, you have to be careful. You have to watch out for this man.
Super slippery. I don't know if he was talking about the canvas.
We have seen a few people. But that was the biggest featherweight we've ever seen. If you beat him once, you know there's going to be a... Right, here we are. Beautiful leg kick from Andrade. Back of...
I lost. I beat myself. I gave it away.
Right now he's a sitting duck. He's tired. He's beat. He's bruised.
One will take place July 11th on Fight Island.
emergency. He started taking over the fight here, landing good shots. He had success with the takedowns. Had a couple
Get Usman on the ropes, or tomorrow will continue.
Both started taking some damage in the third round. Yeah, Piotr, yeah, no mercy, hailing from side.
Wants to spoil the party tonight.
They collided heavily.
Fight Island, real Fight Island is happening. UFC.
That really pisses off Max Holloway. Back to round 2. Holloway back to the world with the...
Então pode ter certeza, eu acho que qualquer coisa que ela vier na minha frente eu vou passar por cima.
Title shot, then he beat Woodley, then Covington, and now...
Covington and now Masvidal. Fight for Namajunas, and Andrade was trying to get it on the inside by slipping.
This guy is for real. The question is, can he pull it off?
But man, it's fun time. The best era ends tonight.
As great as Max Holloway is, this is his
Matter. But on the flip side, look at Masvidal. He's talking to... This is where he puts it down here against the fence. A little uppercut.
Would kill him.
Still close there.
Almost happening. It being taken away from you.
Action begins. Our referee in charge.
He really will fight anyone, anywhere.
Foi aí que a gente explodiu ali, cabeça com cabeça.
Man, but he's by far the faster and the slicker. And for my money,
Was because I was being her the entire time, so it's like...
Back in the octagon for the first time in more than a year.
Giggs, such calm, composed. It's the guy, the slicker guy. But if he can close the distance,
The opposite of slowing down. Seemingly getting...
That's exactly what we do. Yes, I'm sorry. He has been in. Yeah, little strong.
100.
Ready? Ready. Let's go.
It was cool. Fortunate. It was like I think
big jabs rolling under, closing the distance. But in round 1, maybe he just took the wind out of it now.
the talent, the power,
Up top, we're coming up on the 2-minute mark here.
Rematch against Max Holloway. What are your expectations for this and why next blow?
But I was thinking the 5th round, lack of his work though, landing some good straight shots, keeping it dry.
gets it done by knockout.
Masvidal super aggressive with everything he has thrown. Has only served to heighten the enthusiasm for the fans.
And now, on this time, listen, this is not only to find out who's the best.
Me beating Max now, that's not good enough. I ain't going out there.
Rihanna's going to fight for the UFC Bantamweight Championship.
fighter, but then it's as good as it gets.
Ended up getting a win, but it's only a loss.
If he has done enough to begin a second era as the UFC. Dana White is just an out.
I can't keep putting on fights here in the United States, so
Does look outstanding though. Big focus on strength and conditioning under Dead Cross Abu Dhabi. There's the move, Abu Dhabi. Wow.
Not wanting to be with
But then you stayed composed and stayed in the fight. I know this.
To what I can do. He knows that.
success, you know, something that I've...
And as I say that, he throws a head kick, thank you very much. Spinning back fist.
And now introducing
The greatest featherweight of all time.
Volkanovski era.
Costa will be your next opponent. What can you tell us about
and Anita is always the bridesmaid, never the bride in this situation.
In the first fight, but Andrade, as I said, the head move at bay. But as the fight wore on, we saw the damage on this
Against a bona fide Brazilian wrecking machine.
But there he is, Jose Aldo, the king of...
He said, you know, good luck this Saturday.
I can't stand that dude.
Figueiredo did miss weight earlier this morning. It is now...
Undisputed champion of the world.
That's it. Putting people to sleep.
I started thinking about my...
The best ever, ladies and gentlemen, the best featherweight.
Is officially underway.
It's very, very good. Got him off the fence.
start drinking your own Kool-Aid and thinking you're better than you are.
That's the way we've ever seen a man that can win a fight in it. 1, 2, boom.
Right now.
He feels like he's invincible right now.
And while an injury shifted things to the summer, that is...
And Jorge is such a professional. He's
landed there. That was okay. Rose went back to the...
And he's fighting for a UFC championship.
Because... I'll say it again straight away. No wind-up whatsoever. Neither man really...
Deck Rawlings and Rachel Austin show that when she is...
I beat Edson on 2 weeks' notice. I offered him.
Oh, and he goes down again!
You know, it was more of a desperation. I'm just